Let's get a little more specific about impact, okay? There's two ways to go about doing this that I feel like is the best way. And most guys on tour and most top players believe that most of the shot making is done prior to the swing. So what they do is they just set up when they want to cut the ball, they just open their stance, lay the face a little open, and they just swing across it and let everything at address do it for them. Same golf swing as normal, by the way. If they're going to hook it, they'll play it back in their stance a little, hood the face, take the normal swing, and everything is done for you at address. In other words, instead of being square, this will go straight, this is a little hook, and this is a little fade with the face open, and then you just make your normal swing. That's a very good way to work the ball. But to be honest with you, the great ball strikers really don't do that. The ones that really work the ball, like a Chichi Rodriguez, Lee Trevino, they make the adjustments in their swing to further enhance working the ball. So I feel like that's the one way of working is doing it at address. Open the face, close it, move it back in your stance, forward in your stance. Those kind of things are done at address, and that's important to do that. But there's another, really two ways that you can go about working the ball. You can do it, and you'll see it on the senior tour. A lot of the guys are hooking the ball with their shoulder action. That's a hook. Or if they're cutting it, the shoulder goes down. That's a Trevino move. You'll see that all the time. You get the Chi-Chi Gary player this way, you get Trevino this way. Of course, Trevino doesn't do it as much now because his back gives him problems. But the last way that nobody really talks about it, and really I think is the way that you really fine-tune it, it's all from here down. And what it amounts to is a little drill. I do this all the time. It's like I have my hand on the wall. That's my straight shot, straight shot. If I want to cut it, I go down and the palm's up a little bit here. It's a little down move here. Right here, a little bit like ping pong paddle when you're going to cut it. And then when you draw it, you set up square. And when you hit it, you cover it, and you go up this way. So fade is this way, hook is this way, and square is that way. So I hope you got that. So a square, draw, cut. So cuts down, hooks up, straight is square. And really, that hasn't really been talked about by anybody that I know of ever, but it does work. And it really is a fun way to hit the ball. And as you get older, maybe you can't make that big, beautiful turn or whatever, but you can learn to you can always got wrists and hands in your swing. Doesn't matter how old you are, you can use your hands to your advantage. So that's what I do. When I draw it, I practice that. When I cut it, I practice that. When I want to hit it straight, I practice that. And it works for you. It's the same exact action used in tennis, ping pong, with a racket, and it does work. And it's hard to know which one clicks in your mind. I've worked with people, and sometimes it'll click with the hands, or it'll click with the body's a hook, or body's a cut, or it'll click that, hey, I'll just set it up with the face open for a cut, play it back, face closed for a draw, and square for a straight one. You have to find out what works for you. I do a combination really of all three, depending on the situation. So fiddle with it, see what works for you, and fine tune it. You know, there's a lot of different backswings in the game. In fact, you go out on tour and, man, you can see all different swings. You can see the Corey Pavin type of backswing where you go inside and here. You can see the Trevino type of Jim Furyk backswing goes outside and drops in here. You got the kind of backswing that has no wrist. You got a real early set wrist. You got a little of everything out there, okay, on tour. And of course, you see that when you play golf with your friends, too. But what happens among good players is all this variation that you see on the backswing, all of a sudden, they all start looking about the same halfway down. And here's what I want to show you. You'll see a player like, let's say, George Burns, even way, he gets up here with crossing the line here, flying right elbow here, Miller Barber, and then all of a sudden, they drop it right into that position there. And you'll see that almost, doesn't matter what kind of backswing you see, on tour, you'll see that same key position coming down right here. When you come down about halfway down, you'll notice that club is pointing pretty much right into the ball. And that is, if you can get in that position there, golf becomes a lot easier. If you're in this position, which most people do, is they get here and they throw the club and they got the shaft in here, what happens is you really only have a couple shots. You can pull the ball to the left, you can hit behind it, you can top it, you can hit a nice slice, and that's about all you can do. If you start getting into this position where the shaft is sort of pointing at the ball here, you're in a position where you can just release your right side and get a lot of power, and you can play draws, you can play cuts from that position, you can hit it straight. So really work on, if you can, go home in the mirror, whatever, and just go up, and like I said, I don't care if you even cross the line, just drop it in and get in that position there where the club is 90 degrees to the right forearm, the club is pointing at the ball, and now you're ready to hit it with the right side. And that's what you want to do, especially as you get older. If you get in that position where you can hit it with your right side, It's better on your back, more power, and lasts longer. And that really, besides impact, is the most important position in the golf swing, and that's why they all start looking the same, the good players, about right there to right there. One of the easiest ways to vary your ball flight really is with your tempo. A lot of people don't know that, but the average player, if you ask them, do you take it back slow and then come back down fast? They'd say, yeah, that's me. I take it back slow and then kill. Well, you'll find that even in a good player, if he takes it back slowly, and then gets real fast, the ball will go to the right. If you're a right-handed player, it'll slice to the right. So a lot of times, if I want to cut the ball, I'll just sort of imitate somebody I've seen in the Pro-Am lately, and that's the way they swing. You know, they get in there and they go, well, I'm going to kill this thing, and they take it back slow and they go, kill! And it hits a beautiful, nice little high upshoot fade to the right. And a lot of times that's the shot that I'm looking for. So instead of doing some of the other variations we talk about to cut the ball, I'll just do it strictly with my tempo. Another way, if I want to hit just maybe a loopy hook with not any backspin that'll hit and run around a tree and run up onto the front of the green, if there's nothing in front of the green, I'll do just the opposite. I'll take it back almost a little quick and then almost quit on it. And just quit on it. It produces a beautiful little lazy draw with no backspin at all on it, and it'll hit and run right up onto the green. And it's a very handy shot. So you'll find that what you need to do is almost a good rule of thumb is this: the tighter you grip it, the slower you take it back, and the quicker you come down, the more you'll slice it. If you grip it real light and take it back, not quick, but take it back a little quicker, and then almost quit on it with a light grip, you'll find that you hit nothing but hooks. So what you want to do is, I recommend is start out with the light grip and taking it back and almost easing into it and let the club release, and it'll start hooking. And then just add a little more grip pressure and a little more power or speed coming down until it straightens out. And then you'll know for you what the grip pressure you should have in your game, and also the amount of speed you should have in your game to hit it straight. But you have to establish the left shot first. The right shot's easy. Everybody's got that one down pat. From years of experience, I know that probably the most gratifying, most enjoyable, most creative, most fun, and maybe even your best scoring golf is done with this little thing I'm going to talk about now, and that's called call shot golf. Any of you who played pool know that's calling the shot you're going to hit and how you're going to hit it and which ball is going to go in. And in golf, it's the same way. A lot of people, they just get up and hope it goes straight. Or they hope it does this or hope it does that. And what I'd like to challenge you to with this tape is that you'll abandon that way of thinking and just hope that it does something good, and try to have a clear intention when you get over the shot, and almost also have clear thinking in that if I don't pull it off, well, at least I tried something fun or something creative. And you know, when you got that deep bunker out there in front of the green and the pin's cut just over it on the right, know that maybe the best shot is a little come over, upshoot fade, Corey Pavin shot, lands soft, stops quick. Or if it's a back left pin, you do a Chi-Chi crossover draw and it hits on the front part of the green and rolls right back in there to the back left pin, or whatever. High shots, low shots, all different kinds of shots. And if you do that, your brain conjures up images and pictures and certain kind of swings that you can duplicate, and maybe shots you've hit in the past that match the shot you're trying to hit. And when you do that, man, golf gets a lot of fun. And if you don't pull it off, what the heck? You go to the next one and try another creative shot. And if you do that, you play more like a kid. And I think you also play just better golf, and you hit more pure shots. And then when you do hit them the way you call them, man, that's a lot of fun. And that's what I specialize in now. I play golf now part-time, just occasionally, but I can honestly say I have more fun playing golf now than I ever have in my life, because I don't expect too much, and I'm always trying something. I'm trying some swing, whether it's a Trevino swing or who knows who swing, that matches that shot that I see. The minute I see the shot, it conjures up the perfect shot, and then I try to hit that perfect shot. And if you do that, man, this game is just a kick in the rear. So I recommend that highly to you, to play call shot golf with clear intention. If you can do that, I think you'll be a better player. I know you will be.